Good morning, everyone. Hope you had a good weekend. Ready to come back and attack this week. Get better at something specific. Adjust our levels slightly from Friday, just by a couple ticks. Watching this Globex order flow. This 70-80s is absolutely the most critical line in the sand for today's trade on my charts. Interesting spot here if we can bounce and start to rip through 80s, or if there's going to be a bit of selling pressure. Just monitoring the auction process. Got into a bit of a long position here. Gotta watch this mid-80s level though. Certainly some resistance here. Stood aside out of that trade. Two tick loss or so. There's various ways to manage trades. There's no one single right way to do it. There are certain universal truths, I think, that can be accepted, if you will. I've chosen and developed throughout the years to rarely allow the other side of the tape around my entry to take control and me to just sit there and watch it and hope that it turns around. Rather, I've adopted a method to where I get in when my side's in control, I get out when they give that up, and I may get back in if my side of the tape regains control and everything looks fine. This is partly developed because of problems that I had in the past of hanging on to losing trades, hanging on to wanting to win, to be right, to different things like that. So this was partly born out of necessity for me through the years. What have you developed in your trading out of necessity? That's something that you have adapted to doing. Do you even know your trading and know yourself well enough to know what things and rules and ways of doing things that you might apply that's going to make you better? There are few universal truths in trading. There are some, but you have to find things that work for you. Watching for potential re-entry long. This could be one of those days where we're up to 71.20 before we know it. This market has gone nowhere for over an hour and a half. So be aware of that, guys. Let's do a quick volume check. Below average for the pit session today. Some sellers identifying buyers failed to do what they could have done and trying to take a bit of control here. I think the more time that we continue to press up against this mid 80s level, the more likely we are to break through it. But if we see decent selling, aggressive selling, sellers that really have some sense of urgency to get business done up here, then this could be a wonderful place to take shorts. But I'm not seeing that. And by the way, I had lunch with Aziz from the room here in New York the other day, and he gave me this beautiful leather journal from Kazakhstan. So I've adopted it because it's funny, he gave that to me. I was just running out of room in my prior one, so perfect timing. Thank you for that, buddy. Alright, we did get back in the long here. Buyers are trying to lift again, so we are back in with them. We see some immediate movement in our favor. Continued strong buying. It was a burst of buying, but it appears like it was really short-lived, like it just fizzled out. So sellers probably looking to take control here. We'll see. Get out of the trade there as they're threatening to break it down. Alright, so someone was asking me, in my view, what constitutes a CPT, a consistently profitable trader. We are scalping a short here, guys, right quick. So let me focus on this, then we'll talk about CPTs. So obviously we could talk for hours about all the things that go into qualities that are being a part of being a CPT, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give you what a lot of CPTs look like around here from a black and white perspective, which I think a lot of people are often afraid to put out there, and for good reason too, because CPT can, being consistent, being a profitable trader, being a consistently profitable trader, looks like different things to different people. It certainly does. But a lot of them around here look pretty similar, even like futures trader versus, you know, some low float biotech equities trader, and all kinds of different things. Short-term traders around here, they tend to look a bit similar. You want to look at having average winning days that are larger than average losing days. You want to look at having winning days around 82% of the time. You want to have an average winning trade that is a quality multiple of your average losing trade. And you want to bat somewhere in the vicinity of 50%. It could be 40%. That's fine. So I could talk about all the other things that go into that. I could talk about the work. I could talk about journaling. I could talk about all the different things, but I'm not going to do that. Most people who want to be traders will never do the work required to become a CPT. It just is what it is. Alright, we got taken out of the scalp short on that buying there. So nothing doing today, just three scratches within a choppy environment. back into the long. It's important that this market, if it is going to go higher, is one short-term thing we can watch here is this opening print just above here. I don't know exactly. I guess it's 84 cents. Certainly still not seeing sellers really able to take control of this market despite being at this potential resistance area. So long is still the preferred trade. That's why I was very quick to scratch the short and get back into the long that we've been trying more today. Certainly don't like that poor low. Certainly don't like us not getting through the opening print. These are things we'll keep an eye on. Overnight high and the prior value high here in the mid 90s. Well guys, I tried to hang on for a decent move here on the video, but unfortunately gotta sign off. But in true SMB futures fashion, usually when we sign off the video we get some decent moves, so thank me later. But I gotta sign off. We'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll update you on this trade here in the chat. Adios.